Thanks for tuning in for another Essential RC flight test, and we've had delivered a rather dull and unassuming box, but I know that the contents are significantly more exciting because it contains the new HobbyKing Estrella Sport Aerobatic ARF model. It is a 1.5 metre low wing sport plane. It's 1.3 metres long. It will have an overall flying weight, they think, of 2.5 to 3 kg. You can fly electric or IC. If you go electric, you need 4 digital sports servos. They recommend the G46 Brushless Outrunner with a 60 amp speed controller, 4S4000 30C Lipo Pack and a 13x8 prop, or you may decide to go the IC route, in which case you need a 52 stroke or a 60 to 84 stroke. We're going electric for this particular build. I've got all the bits, but what we're going to do is take the model out of the box now and see what we get. Okay, so that's all the components out of the box, so let's have a quick look at what we've got. So taking a look at the fuselage from the back, you see we're going to have to slide the elevator, forward part of the elevator in place, and then the rudder as well, which is kind of normal on a kit like this, so epoxy that goes in. We've got the exits for the elevator and the rudder as well in the side of the fuselage. Noticed already that there are holes, lightning holes in the ply and the balsa throughout the kit, which is nice. So there's a real focus on weight. The scheme is really well applied. Somebody in the factory has worked very hard and is obviously very skilled when they've applied the film to this kit. It's very nicely applied. So let's just take the canopy off, which again is nicely made. I'm going to try and show you up the fuselage as well. So the wing fits into the front, two-part wing halves fit into the front here. There's a carbon joiner and 2 wing bolts on the back, quite a thick ply plate as well, so that's not going to get pulled out. It's quite well glued in. And actually looking throughout the fuselage, it looks like they have actually in the factory applied quite a bit of glue. I know we've all seen kits in the past where it doesn't look like enough glue has been used to put the kit together, but in this case it looks pretty good. Looking at the wings, again the scheme is really nicely applied, and I like it. It's orange on the bottom, and this scheme on top predominantly white. Mylar hinges we're going to have to use to put the ailerons in place. Not sure where we attach the horn, but I suspect that just screws in place. Then we got a nice cover already for the servo. I suspect the servo just goes onto the back of that cover. Looking inside the wing, I hope you can see there that all of the ribs have lightning holes in them. And the other wing as well, the right hand wing. Elevators, 2 elevators with a joiner, aluminium joiner. The horn hole is already pre-cut, slotted, so we'll just epoxy that in place. Rudder, again slotted, we'll just glue the horn in place for that, and hinge with the provided Mylar hinges. So the cowl in the same scheme as the rest of the airframe, but painted, it looks like. Nicely done. At least we won't have cut any holes in this flying it electric, but obviously if you decide to go the IC route, then you probably would if you're flying with a 2-stroke or a 4-stroke engine. And we get spats. The 2 struts for landing gear. Push rods. The carbon joiner, and you get a white spinner, but you don't get the propeller. You have to buy that, but I suppose that makes sense because they don't know what to give you. Depends whether you're flying IC or electric. Bag of hardware, and unusually, first time I've had this, but the instructions or the instruction manual comes on a little CD, so we'll print that out. So, and last thing, so if you do go the IC route, then they provide you with a tank, which is already set up. No need to put the bung in and all the tubes. That's already done for you, which is nice. But we won't use that. Okay, so that's it. So we're going to start building this kit now, and let's see what it looks like when it's all together. Okay, so that's build complete of the HobbyKing Estrella, and what do they say? They say that don't judge a book by its cover, and I think that's true in this case. We got that really dull and unexciting box, but when you've put the model together, it really does look superb and quite pretty, really. It does take a bit of work to put it together. It's a typical ARF where you have to take a bit of film off on the elevator and rudder to slot those in with glue. Nothing is pre-hinged. You get the mylar hinges, you have to put those in, but the control surfaces and the fuselage are slotted already, so it's pretty straightforward. Otherwise it screws together quite easily, and it will just take a few evenings of work to get it done, but the result is really satisfying. So I'm not going to hang around now. We're going to go straight down to the flying field and fly this for the first time. Okay, so here we are down the flying field, ready to fly the HobbyKing Estrella for the first time. Plugged in the battery using a 4S3300, slightly lower than the capacity it can take, but we'll still, I think, get a really good flight time. So all radios all set up, let's go fly.
So there we go, how about that? That was, you know, first flight, and already confident enough to fly it low, nice low aerobatics, 4-point rolls, axial rolls, stall turns, loops, without any problem. It's not the most powerful setup that I'm using here, but they aren't the freshest batteries either, and I think that might be part of it. But it certainly flies really accurate aerobatics, and I love it. So please look it up on hobbyking.com, and I will list the setup that I'm using. If you want to go for a medium power setup, but you might want to go for something more powerful, I'll list that on the YouTube video in the description. But thanks for watching this Essential RC flight test. If you're interested in more flight tests, then please use the subscribe button at the top of the page. Or you might be interested in joining our Facebook group and watching out for news, more flight tests and reviews, and the occasional free giveaway. So thanks for watching, see you next time.